Sustainable agriculture. This is an important term because we have various definitions in agriculture, say the green revolution in agriculture, or we have the traditional methods of subsistence based agriculture, and we have the chemicalized agriculture, and there are so many things happening. So, in the name of development and green revolutions, modern agriculture has introduced unsustainable practices, much to the detriment of agriculture, soil, and the local environment. Farmers who were once independent are now very much dependent on inputs like quality seeds, subsidized fertilizers, minimum support price of their produce, and access to finance from institutions. Modern agricultural practices are also criticized for releasing greenhouse gases from soils, such as methane emissions from paddy fields and carbon dioxide emissions from the burning of crop residues. Also criticized are practices such as the tillage of lands with farm machinery that produces harmful emissions. The process itself. Emissions released from plowed lands, the consumption of excess energy during agricultural operations, and nitrogen oxide emissions from the use of fertilizers. Mechanization and improper farming practices have led to soil erosion and degradation. For example, according to the Government of India, about 146 million hectares of land in the country are considered degraded. Farmers still believe that applying chemicals is good for soil. Nevertheless, agriculture productivity is declining. Currently, two of the biggest challenges in agriculture are to achieve food security and to mitigate global warming. There is a need to increase nutrient density in food as well as to grow more food from limited depleting resources. And to meet the current food requirements, farmer has to double their production, means the yield has to double in all crops. Along with climate change, climate variability and extremes are affecting crop production and increasing crops' vulnerability to pests and diseases. With significant reduction in organic amendments and unscrupulous application of chemical fertilizers and pesticides, soils have been literally poisoned. In addition to land degradation, extreme alkalinity and salinity of soils is another human-induced problem. The depleting of water resources and soil moisture affects crop survival and growth. The mismanagement of biomass is a major problem. Multi-story apartments have been built in urban areas to support dense populations. A similar tactic should be used for soil space, where we should create to maximize the survival and density of soil microbes. In this regard, there is a need to improve soil environments, remove hazardous elements from soil, and improve the availability of nutrients and minerals to increase crop production and improve the quality of the produce. Current agricultural practices are non-sustainable and cannot meet these goals. In the past, domestic livestock has supported agricultural systems as sources of energy, fertilizers, and many other byproducts. Livestock is now depleting and farm animals are being replaced by machines. The depleting supply of fodder waste and animal dung and urine should be conserved for effective use. The overall environment and the health of animals should be improved. Biochar is a solution with the potential to add value to the management of all of the above aspects. The biochar, when it is applied in the cattle sheds, they soak the animal's urine and also slurry of cow dung, etc. And if it is air dried, it's an excellent source as a fertilizer and it can be applied to the soil. My quote that the hypothesis is that if terra preta soils occurred in Amazon basin, there is no reason why other civilizations around the world would not have discovered similar properties of charcoal or cannot adopt them today. Myself, having visited some of the remote areas within parts of India, have proved that such kind of practices existed even within India. So good things are adopted even without communication or transfer of knowledge globally, and it happened historically. And this terra preta or biochar aspect had been integral part of all the cultures and civilizations across the world.